Alright everybody, this is the Bixpy Jet. I've had it since November. Haven't done a video on it yet because we've been kind of playing with it, messing around with it, doing the product testing since we did have the first one in the States. So yeah, originally when we first got it, this portion right here did not move at all. It just stayed straight. You had no movement. All your turning was done by your rudder. Well, Hobie's not the greatest when it comes to turn radius. Never has been, but I mean, that's not why you buy the Hobie. You buy the Hobie for stability and the speed you can get out of it, and being the fact it is a pedal drive. But, so when we first got out with it, the turn radius being the fact that the motor's back behind your rudder made it a little bit worse than what it already was. Not by much at all. I mean, it's not like it was night and day difference, but you know, I wanted, me not being able to leave well enough alone, I wanted to be able to turn on a dime, because this is going in my my dad's kayak, my father's kayak, and you know, he basically relies on a trolling motor. So when we're fishing East Texas lakes, you know, huge tree stump, you really need to be able to turn on a dime to maneuver in some of these creeks. So what we ended up doing is the plate that's provided by Bixpy, as you all can see, I drilled some holes through here, and on the rudder control itself, in here I attached these lines which now run up to the back of the Bixpy. So with everything set down, let's see if I can actually get a good enough angle where I can do both of this at the same time. But I can sit here and turn the motor with the rudder. So I'll get some video I'll add into this, guys, for you guys, so you can see what it looks like on the water. But with him being able to do that, I mean, it is on a dime. He can just sit there and stay on the same water, same portion of the water, and just start doing 360s if he wanted to. Now, when we first did this mod, we kind of ran into a problem. What would happen is, as soon as he would turn hard and go one way, this rod would shift off to the side because there's nothing keeping it from rotating this way since it wasn't designed to turn. So what we ended up having to do is take a drill bit, drill through the clamp, through the rod, and down through the next portion of the clamp, and then take a screw and drive all the way through. So now that keeps it locked in place where you can't rotate it side to side. But right now we've been getting, just with him on the motor, we've been getting 3.7 miles an hour. Now, with it being back here, this is why I wanted this portion of it. With it being back here, you can still use the Mirage drive. So you can add to that speed, because me normally in a Mirage drive I can do 4.5, 4.7 when I'm really pushing it at an easy pace. I can keep 4 miles no problem. So you add that to the Jet, which like I said, I'll get some more video for you guys than actually me in the kayak, because I haven't actually been in this kayak yet. But I'll use the Mirage drive, and I'm guessing I can hit 6 miles an hour with this setup. Now also, when I say I'm doing 3.6, 3.7, that's with this kayak fully loaded. I mean, I don't know why I've tried talking my dad out of doing this, but when he goes fishing with me, he brings everything and the kitchen sink, so his kayak is fully weighted down. Also, he's got himself some buoys for the side to keep him from just from our extra balance with him. So that's in the water. That's also slowing him down. So probably with a kayak that has no weight in it, just normal, you know, small bit of fishing gear, you're probably talking somewhere around 4, maybe 4.2. But yeah, I'll get some video on the water and let you guys see what I can do in action. All right, y'all, we got the Bixpy motor here on the my dad's Hobie. So I figured we do a little testing with it. We already showed you what the turn radius is on it with the mod we did. It's kind of a windy day, so not expecting high top speed, and of course he's used the battery all day, so we're only got about half battery. But let's see what we can get. Yeah, that's level 3. kayak's fully loaded right now, so I've got a lot of weight on this kayak. It's gonna slow it down just a bit. But so we're going into the wind. We're running about 3 miles an hour. Now that's just the motor, and of course, like I said, we don't have a full battery right now, so that's gonna slow us down just a bit. So, but the great thing about this motor is I can still use the Mirage drive. So let's see what I can get with the Mirage. Now normally full speed for me, I'm usually, 4.5 or 7. Not without the wind, of course, with the top I'm going into. So we'll turn around here in a second and do it again and see what we can get. But I'm going into the wind. It's blowing about 15 miles an hour, and I'm keeping a pretty steady pace at 4 to 5. Alright, turn in and see what we can do. Going with the wind. With the winds, and of course, like I said, this is half battery. We're not full charge because it does. You can definitely feel it as the battery goes down. You lose speed. So 3.4, 3.5. So yet again, with me running the Mirage drive. Middle now. So not really trying to push it. I'm at that 4 or 5 miles an hour mark. I'm going to pick up speed again. Thing I can do if I want to spend the money, and also basically the same price as the torque, I can get another one of the packs that Bixby's and throw in the Mirage drive holder, so I could actually have 2 motors going at once if I wanted to. But for the price of this compared to what you're getting with your other drives, this definitely has its perks. Other drives for the Hobie are running you around 17 to 2300, depending on which one you get. So this system really is a deal for the money you're getting. I mean, the money you're spending on it. Like we're going to, I'll show you guys exactly what I've done, but I've kind of modified this so I can turn the motor with the rudder. It's actually not designed to go that way. But I found when I did that, when I have the motor behind the drive, well, I was talking about how the battery's getting low. I think it just died on me. But with with this, you have the motor sitting behind the prop, and I've talked about this earlier, and so you're pushing behind the prop, I mean the rudder, so your turning radius is not as sharp, and let's face it, the Hobie's not known for its turn radius. So putting it right behind the seat, I mean making it where the prop actually turns, I mean it increases the turn radius completely. I'm going to go ahead and do a full turn here.
you guys can kind of see with the pan. I'll have I got another camera that was shooting on the shoreline for earlier, so you guys can see how tight of a turn it is. But really, my seat is not moving. I'm just on the exact same spot, just doing a circle right now. So with that, you can see how well this works, because my biggest thing is being in the East Texas lakes. You have a whole bunch of stumps, a whole bunch of trees that you got to be able to weave your way in and out of, and being able to turn on a dime definitely helps out. But that's going to conclude what we're going to do today. I'm freaking freezing my butt off because weatherman said it's 71 today, and right now it's in the low 40s. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just hit me up on YouTube. I'll try to answer them the best as I can. I mean, I've been using this system now since November. We've been kind of working on things, trying to get it rigged the way we liked it, and so far we're kind of happy with what we got. All right, catch y'all later.